Alrighty then, back in the truck. It's been a while. Hang on over and ship these out. Oh boy. This truck needs a good clean. It's filled with. It's a Husky? Yeah, Husky. It's a beautiful day. Go on, buddy. You do what you gotta do. Low on washer fluid. That's right. I forgot to do that. I was a little preoccupied. Ooh, it's chilly out. Jesus. 64. Huh. My leg muscles are all like hurt. They hurt. I'm walking weird and funny and shifting weight. Everything's all discombobulated. Charlie horses and shit. Alright, so we'll get these off to the dudes. Kind of scared to see what the shipping costs are going to be. I always forget to really include that. I'm looking at retail prices. I'm thinking, well, it's, you know, it's not brand new stuff, so I'll take a bit of a hit. But then I'm always like floored, you know. And it depends where you live. If you live in a major metropolitan type area, the shipping costs are a little lower. If you live way out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt, I mean, it can triple. $20-$30 to ship a little charging handle because you live out in a rural area kind of thing, you know. And that always catches me off guard because these are guys from all over the country. You don't really know. Well, one guy's from Wisconsin. I think one's from Arizona. One's from Texas, I think. One's from Ohio. So depending on the routes and location, they can be, you know, it can be a bit of a shock. And there's really no way to guesstimate that. I'm sure that pirate ship thing, it makes more sense. You weigh it, you enter the dimensions, and then you know exactly what it's going to cost. And if it's ridiculous, you have to reach out to the buyer and say, look, dude, I'm trying to give you a good deal here, but I can't eat $30 on shipping for a $55, $65 item. It just doesn't make any sense. So that's one thing I need to try to focus on. I don't want to screw myself as much as I used to, but at the same time, you want to give them a decent deal. So you play that game in your head. What's fair, what's greedy, you know? I've always been a generous person, but, you know, there are limits to that shit. Anyway, let's go ship this shit off and send everybody their info. Hope they all get it pretty fast and enjoy them, you know, and move forward, man. All right. Go time. Well, all in, my shipping cost at UPS were $109 and something cents, so $1.10. Now, when I don't include shipping in the deal prices, sometimes it bites me in the ass. A few of them were in the 25-ish range. Surprisingly, though, the Raptor LT I paid, what, 70-ish all in? 75 with tax and shipping. I sold that for 55. Apparently, he lives somewhere in Texas that's hard to get to because the shipping on his little charging handle, the Hex T wrench, his shipping came to almost $25. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So I sold it to him for 55. Shipping was 25. My profit margin, I should have just kept the damn thing. So, you know, that one bit me in the ass. The rest of them were in the 12 to 14. A couple of them were in the 20s. So, I mean, I know USPS was a cheaper option. I don't know how much cheaper. I'm going to maybe try the pirate ship at some point, but I'm not sure how you have to package them. Do you have to go buy their boxes and use just the UPS stuff? If so, head down there and just buy a bunch of them to have on standby, I guess is the best way to go. And then I'll probably save a bunch of money going forward for when I do sell stuff. I have it there. Maybe that's the way to go. So, I mean, my profit is in the for everything I sold, I made about 630-ish. back out 110, you know, I made $500 for all that shit. So I don't know. It's done. I'll send you all your information, your tracking info, pictures of the packages with the stickers on them. Most of them said they're going to be arriving anywhere from Wednesday to Friday. It depends on the location in the country. We're done. Cool. Back to the casa. And back at the casa. Well, I mean, my profit margin took a $110 hit, which that sucks. I'm not sure how much cheaper it would have been using USPS. I'm guessing maybe half, or probably 3/4. So I may go down and just buy a bunch of their boxes of different sizes to have and start using the pirate ship. The UPS is across the street, so it just makes more sense to me because it's pretty much a lot less of a headache. The downside of that is the prices are ridiculous. The one that threw me for a loop, I mean, the average cost was $12, $14, $15. A couple of the heavier ones were $22, $25. But the charging handle that went to Texas was like almost the most expensive, which was like $24, $22, $24. So I guess he lives out in the middle of nowhere. So you can't anticipate that. You don't know where these dudes are really at. You're just going by the address they send you. You know, one might be $12, the next one might be $28, and you have no way of knowing that unless you weigh it and do all the research and shit. So, you know, not charging for shipping can bite you in the ass, but it is what it is. Enjoy your stuff, boys. Still made a little profit, but it got chewed up a little bit. Barrel still available, 16 BA with the gas block and tube, and that's all pinned, ready to go. It's got a few marks on it, but it's barely a few hundred rounds through that guy. This guy here, I got to get that barrel out of there. I'm not looking forward to that because I don't have the bolts for my vices yet, so I have nothing stable to put it on. That takes a lot of torque and heat. I might try it with the third one in the gun room after I hammer it down and see if I can knock it out. I wish someone would just buy the whole upper intact because it's solid. It ain't going nowhere. Because that's a bitch to get off, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to reach out back to the guy and say, dude, can you just take the whole upper? I'll give you a deal on it, you know? Shit. Just run it. It's solid. It ain't going nowhere. All right, forward motion. Still have optics available. Anybody interested, hit me the fuck up. Jake Merica on Facebook. I forget what my email is. I have like 10 emails on Gmail. Yeah, so that's it. Have a good one. Your pal, Jake Merica.